is it me you're looking for?
Yes, it is.
Oh, good. Because follow us on socials. We're on Instagram as The Original Midlifers, also on Facebook and TikTok. Mm-hmm. But we also have a channel on YouTube where you can watch us with our special show. Mez includes gifts and stuff.
I do include
visuals.
And if you are listening on Spotify or wherever you're listening from and you're not following us, please press the follow button so you don't miss out any new episodes.
If you've got a little bit of time, give us some 5 stars because that helps us as well. That'd be great.
Cheers.
Let's go.
Not happy, Jen!
Wax on, wax off.
Cigarettes.
Excellent.
Hello and welcome, Midlifers. We are your hosts, Fonz
and Mez.
And this is your weekly podcast where it's not self-help but more help yourself to a smorgasbord of nostalgia, laughter and a deep dive into the past.
Fonz, this week we're all about food. We love talking about food, I've realised. We're going to start with don't be a dick with the way you eat. Sounds odd, but we've got some good pointers. It'll work. Do you remember all you can eat buffets and the Besties, the best movie food scenes?
Let's jump in.
So you look like a dick to me, so everybody just listen to me. This is how not to be a dick.
Don't be a dick. This week, Mez.
Food, eating. People are dicks sometimes with the way they eat.
So let's discuss etiquette on how not to be a dick when eating.
All right. So don't be a dick with the way you eat. I'm going to start off with a basic one, but people still do it. Don't schmack. Schmacky
the
sound.
noises. So keep your mouth closed when you eat.
Keep your mouth closed and slurp. Like I know.
I've got a thing about slurping.
Good or bad?
Both.
Okay.
So in Western culture, it's bad to slurp, especially your soup. But in Japanese culture, it is considered good manners to slurp.
Oh, really?
Because you are showing the chef that you are enjoying the food, especially when eating ramen.
Oh, okay.
So you have to slurp. So we went to a ramen restaurant, I don't know when, this year, and it said on the menu, you have to slurp.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I slurped. I was like, because I tell my dad off or my husband off. They're like, do you have to?
I feel like also that specific one, if you're PMSing, you'll be, I know for myself, extra. And you'll be I could hear it from the next room, especially like crunching chips. Like, do you have to crunch so loud?
Oh, man. See, I've got a mouth with loud acoustics.
You do actually.
Yeah. So you've noticed that too. So even if I'm
in the editing that you're just loud. Oh, naturally.
Even when I'm eating and I have my mouth closed, when I was living with my housemate, she would hear me from across the room. She goes, do you have to? I go, my mouth is closed. It's just that the acoustics, it echoes out and I can't help it. I have a loud mouth.
A loud mouth. I think your family can attest to this.
What do I have? I've put down pace. Is there an etiquette to eating too fast or too slow?
Okay.
See, I'm a bit of a fast eater. I'm not going to lie. And I love eating with you and with our other friend Cal. And I think Erin's the same. We all eat at the same pace. We all finish at the same time.
Yeah.
When I first met my husband, he was the slowest eater.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. I would finish my meal and he would only be a third of the way in. He was that slow. Now, because we're all fast eaters, he's caught up. He's faster than us.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is that rude that he's faster than us?
Oh, because my husband's a fast eater too. So I'll find something we'll do family dinner. And I feel like I've literally just served the food and he'll be done.
Wow.
Yeah. And so at a restaurant, something, if I point it out, I'll be like, just calm, pace yourself and just join me in this.
Yeah, in this experience.
Yeah.
But like when you're with your family, your immediate family, it's fine, whatever goes. But it's when you're out, you're like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Slow down. Even because I'm fast and you're going faster than me.
Well, my husband and I, we are both fast eaters compared to normal people.
Yeah.
So sometimes if we go to a restaurant, don't have a booking, they'll be like, oh, we can fit you in, but you've only got like an hour and a half. We're like, we'll be done in 20 minutes. Okay. It's cool.
Do you know, we went out for a meal, me and my husband, and we only had a time slot to eat. And he smashed his meal. We went out for sushi. He smashed it in 20 minutes. I go, hey, I'm still going and this should be an enjoyable experience. And you finished it all.
Yeah.
And now we're done.
So don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Slow down and enjoy. Maybe have a bit of conversation.
Yes.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It would
Not
be
too
nice.
much though, because
the meal goes cold. hate it on a side note because obviously the etiquette is if you're with a group of people when you're out at a restaurant, if your meal comes first, you wait.
Yes.
Wait till everyone gets their meal. But you know when you like food looks that good and the other ones are taking the time inside and they haven't given you the green light. If they give you the green light, you might say no, not yet. And they go on. And you're like inside, yes, I'm going to go. Watch me go. Yeah.
But etiquette is actually if you have a hot meal served, you should eat it because to keep it hot.
But I still think you still need the green light.
I still wait. Yeah.
All right, don't be a dick and hoard food. This sort of goes through my son.
Okay.
So I'll serve something, he'll get a small serve and he'll pile it up on his plate because he doesn't want to miss out. So he'll take his seconds and thirds.
Oh, wow.
And I'll be like, can you just wait? Because you're hoarding the food. Okay, there's enough for everyone.
It's like a squirrel.
Yes. And my dad used to do the same. And it used to annoy my mum but my dad's side of it was he came from a family of 10. In the villages of Croatia, they didn't have much money. So it was pretty much with him and his brothers and sisters, you had to fight for what you got. And so he would still do it now. And my mum would be like, can you leave some for the kids?
Oh.
So yeah, and my son does. I'm like, there's enough for everyone. And especially that last piece, you always
have to ask.
Yes. Don't be a dick, kid.
Or even adults.
Yeah.
Like always ask.
Yeah.
Do you know there's a lazy Susan etiquette? So when you go to a Chinese restaurant, I only say that because we went to Hong Kong and I obviously don't know the etiquette and I was like like a DJ on a turntable. But you should be patient and that was a lesson for myself. Just take it easy.
Okay. I thought you were actually trying to just having a joke going,
No, because it's funny because on a Lazy Susan, all the meals are on there and everyone's serving themselves at the same time because they're share plates. Yeah. And like you have to really take turns and I think for myself be mindful on
that'd
moving
kill
that
me.
Lazy
That would
Susan.
kill me. I'd be like, I want that over there. Give it to me now.
Like, don't take too much.
I don't think I'd be able to do that. This is what my husband does quite often.
What?
So we'll be talking dinner and then he'll start saying, this happened and then take a bite. And I'll be there waiting. He'll finish his bite, swallow his food, do another sentence, take another bite. It's like, don't tell me a story if you're going to eat. If you're going to tell me a story, finish your story.
Constant cliffhangers.
Yes. And I was like, come on. And they'll be like, just wait. I'm like, not going to wait.
Or even
wait to tell
that,
your story.
when it's always funny. It's always accidental when you ask a question right as the person's eating. It always happens.
It does. Yes.
And then as the eater, like I'm trying to eat quickly to answer the question.
Yes, you don't enjoy it and then you have this big gulp of food and get lodged in your throat.
Well, should you rush to answer the question or should you go at your own pace because the question was asked at the wrong time?
It's just awkward for both because the person that asked the question is there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and you just have to watch them eat the food.
And that's bad because you're actually watching them eat.
And then you're under the pump thinking, I've got to finish this. Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to teach my kids their table manners of trying to use the knife and fork properly. And again, the way my son eats, he leans over and will like just shovel everything in his mouth. And it's like all I'm picturing is like one day, if he has a partner in the future, them coming to eat with us and seeing that and being like, no.
Did you date someone who licked their hands after eating pizza?
Yes, we went to a restaurant. That's right. Had pizza and there's no napkin. So he just did a big lick of his hand.
Did you get the ick from that? Or did you?
Well, I still remember it.
Yeah.
I would have been repelled enough to tell you about it. So, yeah.
I
forgot about that. Yes.
I was shocked. And it's stuck in my memory too. Don't lick your hands,
Don't
guys.
be a dick and lick your hands.
Yeah.
Or like, I think it's more kids where
the
licking
noises.
the fingers. Yeah. Especially if you have Cheezels or Cheetos. You know how you get that cheesy goodness?
Yeah.
But I suppose if you're at home. If I'm at home, I'm licking those fingers.
Yeah. So that's a good chat.
It is a good chat.
I'm actually really paranoid.
If you've got any dicky ideas, let us know. Do you remember?
All you can eat buffets. Get out those stretchy pants. God, I remember first time, going to Sizzler and wearing jeans And at the end, I'm buckling my jeans.
Really?
Yeah, I remember it. It was the first time at a buffet.
Yes.
It was in the 80s or maybe the early 90s, probably in the 80s.
I feel like it would have been in the 80s.
Yeah. And I just remember in the car and just having to undo my jeans.
So begins
And
a journey with food.
And the knowledge of stretchy pants,
Yes.
especially at big buffets.
Big buffets. Actually, I think I went there once with my family, but I can't remember actually eating the buffet. It didn't stand out to me.
Really?
Yes.
I remember potato skins. My mum was obsessed with the soup. They even asked me.
Soup?
They
Yeah,
had
soup at a buffet.
My mum and her friends would eat the soup, and they even asked the waitress, "Where is the soup? What is the soup from?" And I'm sure it came from a can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
So they
What
loved
was
the
this
soup.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to love the potato skins.
Yeah, potato skins would be good.
And the bolognese was good. I was really, growing up, I'd never liked going out for pasta, but for some reason, the Sizzler bolognese, it floated my boat.
Oh, there you go. Good to
Yeah.
know. Smorgies was one, like around this side.
But Smorgies always had the horror stories.
What was the horror stories?
I remember someone from high school worked there and they saw an old man slurping soup from the actual pot.
It wasn't
on a
your
ladle.
mum, was it?
It wasn't my mum. But there's stories like that, and people were a bit more grotty at Smorgies.
Okay, so Sizzler was a bit better.
Well, I think it's because it was the first buffet restaurant. People still had manners, I think. Remember you had to line up at Sizzler to go in. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So it's a bit more decorum. And then it sort of standards dropped as everyone's like, well, this is a free-for-all, let's go.
But I remember Smorgies, everything tasted the same to me.
Yeah, I feel like everything is just much of a muchness.
Yeah.
I don't do the carvery. Do you do the carvery? The roasts?
I have done, as an older person,
Yeah,
I have
so
done a
I haven't got to
carvery.
that yet. So I feel like I just mix up all the carbs and they all just blend into each other.
I have to say, like, because there are levels of buffet.
Yes, okay.
And I went to a brilliant buffet in Singapore.
Okay.
And it was like top level at this penthouse in the biggest building, Marina Bay Sands. And they had fresh seafood. And they had someone with a parmesan wheel making pasta on the spot. All you can eat.
All right.
And it was phenomenal.
Oh, wow.
It was bougie. Like, it was
So I've never-
$100 per person. 150 had all you can drink champagne.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was bougie.
So I've never been to a bougie one.
Oh, it's good.
I've been to one at a hotel in Melbourne, but again, there's nothing enough for me to recall that I'd want to go back to.
Was that at
again.
the Langham for a breakfast?
Wasn't
the brunch
it
one?
Wasn't it the Langham? Somewhere else. I don't
Yeah.
know. One of the fancy hotels that had an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
But
Because there's also, the
And I don't
bougie
do-
one I remember.
I don't do seafood, so that
Oh,
doesn't.
mate, I ate so many lobster tails. There's
Can I give you a lobster story there?
I was going to say there's lobsters walking without a tail. Tell me a lobster story.
I'm going to play the audio for this. There's a Simpsons episode. When he said all you can eat, this came into my mind. I'll have to play it. Just have a listen to this.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
'Tis no man, 'tis a remorseless eating machine. Arr.
I remember Homer being in the buffet and they
Yes.
kicked him out. But also, sorry, I feel like I'm really passionate
Yes,
about
that's
buffets
okay.
because there's also like your levels, like your cheaper buffet compared to your bougie buffet, but there's also your breakfast, your brunch, and your dinner buffet.
The ones I love, if you go on away on holiday and they have the breakfast buffet.
Yes.
Oh, and you have the croissants and the
Yes.
Danish pastries. Oh, yes.
Yes.
And like for the kids, when the kids discover this as well, because they get to pick what they want. They've got potato jams, got
Yes.
little pancake station. They're like, everyone is happy.
Yes.
So the all you can eat buffet at a hotel makes everyone happy, and then you sneak a few little things and wrap them up in your napkin.
yes,
That's
and
your
put them
lunch
in your
for the day.
handbag.
Yes.
Yes.
It's funny though with that because people compel to sort of hide it. Like, does anyone working there really care? Because it's all you can eat anyway. Has anyone
depends.
actually been stopped taking things out of it all you can eat buffet saying no, you eat that here.
That'd be funny.
That would be funny.
Love to hear about that. Hang on.
I know.
You know what I'm going to say.
I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
Are you going to talk about an all you can eat buffet that was near our high school? Pizza Hut.
making it great.
Oh, yes.
How good was that buffet?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was, at the time, thick crusts were the thing.
Yes.
So you'd have these thick crust pizzas. It had a sundae machine
Yes.
with little choc chips. And I feel like because it is in walking distance of our high school, so we used to go there we have an excursion there maybe once
a year.
Oh, I remember 1 year level, year 8 or 9, I don't know. But we went there once a term.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
no,
we went there a lot.
once a year.
I went there with my family too. Oh,
Yeah, same.
that was fantastic.
And it was so clever though, because people fill up really quickly on pizza because it's so carby.
I don't think I'll be able to handle it nowadays. I'll probably have 2 pizzas and my stomach would be bloated to 6 months pregnant.
I just think we were too young to appreciate a buffet because it came at a time when we were so young and it was like expected. It was like, oh, this is the norm.
Oh, yeah.
Because Sizzler came out when we were probably 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And then Pizza Hut was in high school. Can I tell you another one I went to?
Can we just come back to Pizza Hut?
All right.
I'll just say, this has a core memory and I freaking rave it. This is you rave your Hong Kong bougie one.
Yeah.
I rave my Pizza Hut all-you-can-eat buffet. Who's with me?
Did you say Singapore, not Hong Kong?
Hong Kong, sorry.
Singapore.
Oh, Singapore. I was about to say Song Hong. Singapore. Yes, so tell me your story.
Okay, so this is in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. You know what I'm going to say?
Does it start with a K?
Yes.
And an N in the C? And an F in the middle?
It's an F in the middle.
In
the
Thomastown.
KFC one.
Yes. Because my husband and I were having an argument about this last night because I said, you can eat buffets. I was asking him for ideas. He's like, the best one is KFC Thomastown. No, Pizza Hut was better than KFC. He's like, no, KFC was way better.
I liked Pizza Hut better than KFC.
Thank you. He said, any man will tell you KFC all you can eat is better than Pizza Hut all you can eat.
Well, think about it. Okay, so KFC one, they had the chicken.
Yes.
You could get as much potato and gravy, the coleslaw, the bread
coleslaw.
rolls.
Bread
Remember
rolls.
the bread
I remember
rolls?
the bread rolls. I think I took
Yeah,
some of
they were
that.
so little and
Yes.
But I remember the bread rolls.
Me too.
That's all I remember that you
and there
can
would have been
get.
chips, I'm guessing. And chips.
I don't remember chips. I think I would have remembered.
I remember the meat. I remember the meat and the bread rolls. Yes.
Yeah.
But
It's all right.
I
It
agree.
wasn't
It's
like-
all right.
But I still rate Pizza Hut buffet.
Maybe it's a question then of which one do you like better, Pizza Hut or KFC?
Or maybe it's a question of that Pizza Hut did have the better dessert options.
That's it. I don't remember the dessert KFC.
No, I don't remember the dessert at KFC at all.
Yes, but Pizza Hut definitely remember.
Yeah,
the
because it
Sunday machine.
had the soft serve machine
Who
and they
doesn't
had
love a
the
soft serve?
M&Ms.
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I tell you
these are
something?
the
I'm
questions
so
we wonder.
sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember this about my dad at Sizzler. So, for the dessert, it was soft serve and you get the little bowls.
Yeah,
my dad used to get a dinner plate and do the soft serve and he'd make himself a dessert and eat it all.
That's
Other people
awesome.
would salute him as he'd walk past with his dinner plate and his like a croquembouche of ice cream and
Why
chocolate
not?
mousse.
Why not? I do. The funny thing about the all-you-can-eat buffets, I must say, is the mixture of random shit.
I love that.
Shit. I love it. But again, I think my stomach's just like, what is happening here? But it's like I'll have a bit of this. I'll mix a bit of noodles with a bit of chips with a bit of whatever. It's so random. But
I
yeah.
love because on a cruise ship, it's an international buffet, so they have the Indian section, the Italian section, and sometimes you got to plan.
Yeah.
Do I want to go country by country or just go free
Big
for all?
melting pot of
Yeah.
them all, yeah. And it's always funny to see everyone walk back to the table like your dad and just have these mounds of food and you're like, yes.
Do you get embarrassed when you go up for seconds at a
Nah.
buffet? I used to.
No.
I used to be very self-conscious. Like people are watching me go up for a third time.
I don't think
Everyone
anyone's watching anyone.
No.
Everyone's just
Now-
going into it.
Now in my 40s, I don't care.
Nah. Even
I'll
kids,
go
I feel
up.
like they can't wait to finish the first slice, especially my son who hoards his food. He's like, I'm off for seconds. As he's eating his first meal, he's like,
Planning.
I know what I'm having. Besties.
Yep, and following on with our theme.
Food theme. We're talking about movies with food, famous food scenes. Let's just jump into it.
Okay, can I put down Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
With a giant
the big
cookie.
biscuit.
Oh.
Yes, and the cream. The
Cream.
cream looks so good.
Yes.
Before that bloody ant came and ruined it all. I like that we have the same memory.
I just like I'm just chipping in there. But yes, that is
The ant spoilt that fantasy.
and spoil it. But the cream, that's all I
The
remember.
cream.
The cream, and they were like, oh yes,
Good.
I love that. That was a funny movie.
I loved that movie.
Yeah.
And Rick Moranis.
Yes. Matilda.
I had Matilda.
And the giant
chocolate cake. Was it an
Trunchbull.
18-inch chocolate cake he had to eat?
Size doesn't matter, Fonz. That's
Well,
what my
kinda.
husband tells me. I just remember it's a huge one. Trunchbull's making
Bruce Bogtrotter. Such a Roald Dahl name.
I know. Miss Trunchbull and Bruce Bogtrotter. Forcing him to eat this giant chocolate cake, and the cake looked fantastic.
It does. I reckon I could do it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I
might
could.
get sick actually, but
You will
I reckon
get
I could
sick.
do it.
Yeah.
Me and Bruce.
Bruce Bogtrotter.
What about Willy Wonka?
Yes.
But the 1971 version.
I was going to say, have you watched the...
I've never watched the new
Neither
one.
have I.
And I
Johnny
don't
Depp-
want to.
No, and I'm not... I know it's controversial. I'm not a big Tim Burton fan.
Ah,
He's got his own
interesting.
style, which
Do you
I
like Edward
appreciate.
Scissorhands?
Yeah. Yes. It's more I appreciate Tim Burton's style than I like it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I appreciate the genius of it.
I wouldn't go out of my way to watch a Tim Burton film, but I do enjoy him.
Okay.
Yeah, I really do enjoy his movies.
All right.
Yeah, but I've
but,
never thought about it.
But yeah, but the Johnny, what's his name? Johnny Depp one, not interested. But yes, the original one. Are you thinking about when they first go into the room and, you've got the room of candy and he drinks the tea?
Yes.
And then he eats the teacup?
Yes. It's just fantasy with lollies.
And you used to think, if I could create a lolly land, what would it have?
yeah.
And then
The wallpaper?
I was thinking first when the Augustus Glump falls into the river of
the chocolate river.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I would think, I would just keep drinking in the river and hope
Until
that'll be
it's dry.
okay. But that was a real fantasy. I really tapped into the kids. And it's another Roald Dahl book as well. He
Yes,
really tapped into the
that's
fantasy
right.
of children, didn't he?
Yeah, but as I said, the licking of the wallpaper, and then when Violet turns into
The grape.
yes, and they roll her out.
Yeah. But even the drinking the fizzy pop, the soda, and they had to burp to get down.
Yes, so
good.
So good.
Can I just say another one? This is stuck in my head more like trauma. I was at my grandparents' house, my yaya and papa's house, and they had Cool Hand Luke on. And there was a scene where Paul Newman, he ate 50 hard-boiled eggs to prove himself, and the prisoners were like, whoa. And his stomach distended. And I just never forget him just putting eggs in his mouth and eating them whole.
So what's it supposed to prove? That he was
He's
tough nut.
machoism?
Machismo.
Machismo. Yeah. But could you imagine being stuck in a cell with him after that?
Rotten egg. My God.
Eggs for days.
Oh, speaking of which, for when we celebrate Easter, we
Yeah.
dye the hard-boiled eggs. I don't actually eat the hard-boiled
Neither
eggs. I'm
do
not a
I.
big fan, but my husband and my son do. And
Oh,
oh my God, everyone pays the price for this. Everyone.
Yeah, I can't eat the eggs.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
can't. Yeah. Anyway.
Another one. Okay, so I've never. There's two that are related. First one I've never actually watched. So it's 9.5 weeks with Mickey Rourke.
All right.
Could be
Kim Basinger.
And I think from what I have read, I've never watched it, there is sexiness with food.
Food kink.
So to go along with this, the one I have watched is Varsity Blues from the late 90s, early 2000s, Jane Vanderbeek. And a girl comes out in a whipped cream bikini, so just whipped cream on another regions. So sexy food. And all I think of is just so sticky. Things are sticky anyway. You don't need to add to the stickiness. So
But that's like in the Sex and the City movie.
yeah.
Where
she puts
Samantha has all the sushi all over it. And they just drop on the floor when she gets up. Poor Samantha.
so classics, but yeah.
I think of the gross stuff like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And they open up the snake's belly and all the snakes.
Yes, and the monkey's
chilled
head.
the monkey brains.
Oh, yes. I forgot it.
And the
That's a
eyeball
good
soup.
one. Oh, the eyeball soup. Yeah.
She's like that the whole movie. But yeah, she was married to Steven Spielberg, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah, I liked her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt and say another one. The Goonies.
Yeah.
Okay. Baby Ruth, the Babe Ruth
Can we
bar.
just do this?
Ruth, Baby Ruth.
Yep.
And when they go to the restaurant, the empty restaurant, it had the Patelli. Oh,
Yeah,
I forgot their
Patellis.
names. The Patellis in there.
And
And they got
water.
given that water.
The brown water.
And then when Chunk, crazy earrings. When Chunk was locked in that storeroom and he found all the ice cream. It's Mississippi mud. That came into my mind.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
But I just remember him saying Mississippi mud, but he was listing all the
all ice cream
Rocky
and the dead
Road.
body.
Yeah. And, you know, every time I watched the Goonies, my mum would always note that the dead body always blinked.
Oh,
Says,
really?
He blinked.
Ah,
Yeah.
I love seeing little
my
gaps
mum's
in
like
movies.
that. Yeah.
That's fun to see. Another one which we mentioned a few podcasts ago, Eat, Pray, Love, where she goes to Italy.
Yes.
Just the way, because they have the Italian music in the background, has close-ups of the olive oil drizzled over the zucchini flowers and the
zucchini flower.
pasta sort of bolognese sort of swirled, and it's just, and you sort of see him eating and having with wine. You just
It's visually enticing.
Yes, I feel like I can feel that meal. You know,
Yeah, when she cuts into that zucchini flower, and it's like, oh,
good.
so visually pleasing.
Yes, yeah.
But I don't know, Miz. I kind of go for the gross stuff that comes into my mind with Rocky when he's having the eggs.
I was talking about this with my kids and saying because they were talking about raw eggs. I'm like, in Rocky, when
He ate
and
raw
would-
eggs,
would-
drunk 'em.
Oh no,
But now
thank
you can't do that anymore. There's always that fear of salmonella, especially in America, because I think in America you have to have your eggs well done because the salmonella's in the egg, whereas in Australia the salmonella's on the outside of the egg, which is why we can have
Really?
poached and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what my husband told me
very
because he got
interesting.
food poisoning with eggs in America, and he told me
wow.
that.
So the chickens are different. What's the difference between?
They're bums. I don't know.
Tell us, American friends.
Yeah, that's
What's with the
interesting.
chickens? Any other gross ones? I totally forgot. The Indiana Jones one's a classic.
The
I can't
Indiana
believe-
Jones one's in here,
Yes,
mate.
that is in there.
I can't think of it. It was just Rocky drinking the raw eggs, Paul Newman eating the hard-boiled eggs, and the eyeball soup and the snakes and everything,
And the chilled
and the
monkey
monkey
brain.
brain.
I thought, the snake that said when you cut it open
And all the little baby snakes came out.
Oh, good on you. Going on your Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, that was good.
Just a side note for that. That was on free to air maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
I don't think my kids were home at the time, but I remember thinking I should watch it with them. No, because it's got the bit where, like, they're threatening to put the guy
In the fire?
in the lava, and then
Yeah.
he comes close to him and he puts his hand in and pulls out his heart.
Manima, Shiva, Manima, Shiva. I could never watch
It's
that.
very scary
But
now.
I forgot about that because funny you say that because I said to my husband, maybe get our son to watch Indiana Jones. He's 5.
Yeah.
And my husband's like, are you crazy?
Watch it.
We watched it after I made that
Okay.
comment.
Yeah, and you
and
thought-
I'm like,
you
oh, yeah. That would scar
Yes.
scar a child. But we watched it.
Yes, true. We did. I watched it like that.
I was very
like 8 or 9.
desensitized.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we love. I love the. I love food. I love movies. Put them together. Mez is happy.
And I do enjoy the entertainment of it and that you can gross people out with the food as well.
Yeah, and I love the kids one. The bringing out the imagination.
Yeah, isn't that joyful?
It is joyful.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, guys.
It's been a real pleasure. A foodie pleasure at that.
I am hungry now. I'm gonna get some food.
Yeah, I'm going to get some food too. Bye.